recipe of the week is being brought to you by Cracker Boy and Cracker Girl Seasoning. Brent Price is doing a great job fixing you up with all the kind of fixings that goes with just about anything you could want. He's being stingy, Miss Deborah, with this new product. Have you even seen it yet?
Oh, I've heard about it, but I've not actually seen it.
And y'all sell it.
We do. Well, we don't have it yet. Not
y'all
the
don't have
hot
it
sauce.
yet, so we got to get it.
We have everything else.
Yeah. And so, what have you got for us, Miss Deborah?
Tonight, I have a no-bake apple dessert. I made this mainly because we got spring right around the corner. You know, first day of spring is Monday, and here before long we'll be wanting to not have our kitchens really hot. So this is a great way to have a really good dessert and not have a hot kitchen. So the recipe, I think, is going to be shown here in a few minutes. But it's just graham crackers on the bottom of this, and then apple pie filling, which is in a can, so that's really easy. And then whipped cream. Now I whipped my own in my stand mixer, but you could buy just Cool Whip. And then I did add the sweet Cracker Girl to it because, in my opinion, the sweet Cracker Girl enhances anything, any type of dessert, but especially any type of dessert that's got apple in it.
Ooh, yeah.
It's got a cinnamon and sugar blend with some other spices in it, so it's just really excellent. So that's what we fixed for tonight, and hopefully you'll make it at home and you will really enjoy it.
Now, there's absolutely, you don't bake this? You
No,
don't,
no, the graham crackers, I melted butter and just pressed the graham crackers in the bottom of it. So that's like your crust on the bottom. But if a person really wanted to make it easy, you could probably get 2 graham cracker crust pie shells that are already pre-made, and the 1 can of apple pie filling is going to fill up 2 of those, I would speculate, and 1 thing of Cool Whip is going to fill up 2 of those if you just divide it out. And it's just,
oh my goodness,
it should be really amazing here.
We're fixing to find
we'll
out.
Find out.
We'll let you know next week, ladies and gentlemen, just how good it was. Deborah, that is great, and it's a great looking dish.
Well, thank you.
How long does it take to make something like that?
Well, I made it this morning because I was going to be gone today, and it probably took me about 30 minutes.
Really?
And it actually needs to be made earlier in the day so it can kind of set up. Generally, anything that you make tastes better after it's just had a few hours to get to really know each other really well in the pan. All of those ingredients.
What did Anna call that last time? She called it something. She said,
well, they usually marry.
Marry, that's it. Marry, that's it.
But since it wasn't cooked, I'm not sure that you can actually marry it. But it does tend to, they all sort of take on each other's flavors, and it just makes it really good.
That's why I like bacon, bacon in ham hocks and my beans, I want to get married.
Yeah.
I want to marry it. but Deborah, thank you so much. That is awesome. It smells good. We're fixing to find out how it tastes here in a minute.
I'm all right with that.
I'm all right with that. Thank you so much. Miss Deborah Flowers over there at 4550 Eatons Creek Road. They are getting their green thumbs ready. And guys and gals, if you want to do more hunting and fishing this year, somebody at the house needs to be happy with their greenery. And you even do greenery. Get some mama some flowers, and then call you to put the irrigation to it.
We'll get some water hooked up.
We'll get some water hooked up to it. But my guest tonight is Brandon Dowdy, and Brandon and I have agreed we're going to continue this talk about baiting. It is a big controversial issue, but I think you would look at it a little bit different if you knew all the facts. And that's kind of what Brandon and I want to do. Now, we're going to have some other guys come on here next month and talk to us a little bit more. We want you to know we're not for it or against it right now. We're kind of being neutral. Brandon and I feel like that's the best way that we can approach this subject. Is by being neutral, and we want to hear what you got to say about it. We want you to hear what TWRA has to say about it, because we stay up with the laws. I can't reiterate any more than turkey season is less than about 15, 16 days away for our youth.
Yeah. Well, no, for youth it'd be. That's right. That's about right. That's
about right.
About 15, 16. I'm sorry.
All right. It's about right. 15, 16 days for our youth. Ladies and gentlemen, that corn, if you've been having corn out there, it has to be up 10 days prior to the opening morning
And
of that hunt.
That don't mean just turn the feeder off 10 days
No,
prior. That
that
means
means
all the
every
corn off
piece
the
of corn
ground.
has gotta be picked up off the
battery
ground.
disconnected. You know, yes. I mean,
Battery's got to be
completely gone.
disconnected. It's got to be completely off. Those feeders, and you can't just run out there and just throw feed down the day before. That's an illegal act, and there is big fines for that. Now, getting back to the issue of your neighbor doing it to keep you from hunting, that's something that is it's a judgment call. You and I both agree it is a judgment call, and I feel sorry for the game wardens that have to make those calls, because it could go either way.
It could,
And I think our law officers will assess the situations. They will see that the guy that was next door putting the corn out and then called them was doing it intentionally, and that
you hope they would.
You hope that they would see that.
You know, they're good guys. I mean, they have common sense just like everybody
Well, they hunt and fish like we
But
do.
that's right. I mean, they do. They all love the outdoors as much as anybody. I mean, they have to do what they do. But you know, again, he could feel on the same side of that argument. He could feel he was making the right call, and not be right. I mean,
That's right.
What if, again, like I said earlier, what if that guy had poured a bunch of corn over there on the neighbor's side of the fence, so that if a game warden showed up, he could say, "No, that must have been the neighbor. It's on his side of the fence."
See, that could go two ways.
Right. It's a tough call.
It's a tough
That's
call.
a unique situation. I'm sure it doesn't happen a lot, but that'd be a tough one.
I'm going to go right out though and say that don't necessarily get mad at our officers because they're doing our job.
That's right. They're doing
Or
exactly
getting
what they're supposed to
upset
do.
with our system because they're having a tough job to do. That you're just considering your case, they got to consider the state's case.
Right.
But there again, if you want to change something or if you want to do something about it, the best way to do is what we gave as a tip of the week. You got to get involved. You got to get to be going to these TWRA open commission meetings. You got to voice your opinion. And when TWRA sends you out these little flyers and they want to get your input, give them your input.
Send them a letter. Send them an email.
letter.
They have
And if
different
there
ways
is
you can do it. And I do it every year. I mean, I send them ideas every year.
I got to tell you, Bobby Wilson is a personal friend of mine. He's sitting right there. He's number 2 in command at TWRA. He will read your letter.
Yeah, I mean, they take it into consideration. They're here for the wildlife, you know, to keep, you know, best for them. They're also here for the hunter. I mean,
they know who is footing the bill is the hunters and the fishermen. So they're going to listen.
Yeah.
They know that that's where the money's coming from.
As long as it's within the, you know, they're not going to do anything that would be detrimental to the wildlife.
That's right.
But yes, they're going to try to swing in the direction of where the hunters want it to be.
That's exactly right.
You know, in most cases, that's what they typically do.
And I think if we'll all start pulling together instead of having different opinion here, this and this and this, if we'll all get educationally informed, then I think we make some better decisions.
On multiple subjects. I mean, not just this one. It's good to really be informed.
We got a giveaway now that because we're getting close to eating apple here in just a few seconds here. Hey, we got a nice giveaway. We got some minerals that I guarantee you can hunt over this now if you want to, but the deer really need it here in about a month. It's going to get super hot, super warm. They're going to need this stuff right away. Be the 5th caller here at 737-7767, and we've got 2 bags of Deer 30 mineral for you to take home and start on your place. We'll be right back with more Southern Woods and Waters.